I hereby call to order this meeting of the Arizona Boxing and Mixed Martial Arts Commission. Today is Friday, May 21st, 2021, and the time is 10:05 a.m. Would those commissioners that are in attendance please identify themselves and state as to whether they are here via telephone or Google Meets or in person?
This is Eric
Joe Pennington,
joining by Google Meets.
This is Joe Pennington. I'm participating via Google Meets.
And I am Scott Fletcher. I am participating via telephone. Item B is our new business. B1 is pursuant to ARS sections 5-227, 5-228A, B, and E, and 5-229, the renewal license application submitted by Zuffa, LLC, doing business as the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, for a 2021 MMA promoter's license. Mr. Estrada, will you speak to this application, please?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Upon review of their financials, there was nothing significant discovered within their financials. There were minor items that were brought up to our attention. However, UFC provided explanation to me on the items that were listed on the financial report. If they were satisfactory with that, I would recommend that the renewal promoter's license be issued to Zuffa, Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Estrada. Commissioners, thoughts, questions about this application?
None for me.
Mr. Chairman, we've had Zuffa and the UFC doing events in Arizona for several years, not one last year, but in the previous years, and they've always done a very competent and capable job. So I have no questions about it.
I agree completely, Commissioner. They've always done an absolute professional job, and it's always a pleasure to have them in town. Well, very well. It sounds like we're all on the same page. The chair would be open to a motion if there is one.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant a renewal license application for Zuffa LLC, doing business as the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, for a 2021 MMA promoter's license pursuant to ARS 5-227, 5-228, A, B, E, and 5-229.
Very good. We have a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you, gentlemen. Item C1, our information reports, our review, discussion, and possible action on one, our event reports. The following events were paid and approved by the Executive Director from May 12th, 2021 to May 20th, 2021. The first item is a request from the UFC for an MMA event to be held at Gila River Arena in Glendale on Saturday, June 12th, 2021. Mr. Estrada, looks like all systems are go for June 12th.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Now it's time to buckle up and get to work. Now it's what I call the UFC storm, so we're good to go.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Estrada. Commissioners, any thoughts or questions?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. In the past, we have had UFC events that have not been the big pay-per-view type of events, but have been one of their smaller type of events. Do we know which category this falls into?
This is a big event. We have two title fights. This is the I would call the big hoss of UFC here.
Commissioner, this is a pay-per-view event. It's our first. The ones in the past, we had some great cards. We had Nagano, Velasquez, we had Justin Gaethje. Our main events were great in the past, but they were fight nights. They were free TV, right, basically on Fox or ESPN. This one will cost you $75 to see via pay-per-view, or more to see it in person. But this is their biggest dogs are their pay-per-views. This will be the 263rd they've done in their history, this being 263. So, yeah, I think probably a bigger gate which we get a slice of, which is always nice, and more cachet. It's our first pay-per-view, which is a great thing.
That's great. Super.
Yeah. Commissioner Feinstein, thoughts, questions?
No, very excited. I wonder if you had an update to the policy that we discussed the last time in terms of the ability for us to bring a guest. I have a promoter out of Florida that is looking to do maybe some business here in Arizona that I would like to invite if that's a possibility.
Mr. Estrada, can you speak to that, please?
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, I'm currently working on that. I will be giving you guys a call as soon as I get a response, but I don't foresee an issue with that request.
Wonderful.
Okay, so it's your advice. We should at least move forward, put it in pencil at the very least, and hopefully get there. The sooner the better, if you can, Mr. Estrada, just so we can make those arrangements too. But that'd be a great thing.
Yes, sir.
Any other thoughts? Doesn't sound like it. D is our call to the public. Is there anyone who'd like to chat with us in attendance?
Nope, there's nobody.
Okay. And then let's go to E, which is our call to the commission. Commissioners or the executive director, are there any things you would all like to chat about?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to let everyone know we have an event, small boxing event tomorrow at Tradiciones. The event's looking good. We have weigh-ins today. We'll see how many fights we end up. It looks like right now we have 7 scheduled. And as you guys know, that number might drop depending on weights and any last-minute incoming paperwork that we are waiting for. But it's looking like it's going to be a small little successful show.
Well, that's fantastic. Those things are always fun, and the more of those we can get moving, the better off we all are. So I'm excited about that too. Commissioners, anything you'd like to talk about? Sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, this is Joe Pennington. Before the meeting started, there was some reference to something happening on Monday of this week or this coming week. What is going on there, if you don't mind?
Yes, Commissioner. If I may, the USC had questions that I guess I'm paraphrasing. Mr. Estrada, maybe you should answer this. I was invited to a phone call with Matthew of the USC and someone else who had clarifications they wanted to make about our protocols.
So the call is going to be in regards to our COVID protocols, which, again, they don't foresee an issue with our protocols, but they would like to implement some in addition to what we already have that they feel safer with. And with that, I don't foresee an issue. They're actually adding to our protocols, which makes it a stronger case if we wanted to approve them with whatever additions they wanted to add.
So, Mr. Estrada, will we be called on to review those and vote on it, or how is that going to work?
No, because they are more stringent than ours. They're actually just adding minor little things. Maybe they want certain individuals wearing masks, or but no, it wouldn't require no change to our protocols.
Okay, so they are more stringent than we are.
Correct.
Okay, great. And
okay.
that brings up another question, Mr. Chairman. With the state opening up and the mask mandates being changed drastically, do we need to take an opportunity to review our existing protocols at the next meeting and see if there's anything that we need to do to facilitate the events, since it doesn't appear as though the COVID-19 is going to be quite the problem that it has been in the past?
Yes, sir, Commissioner. To respond to your question, yes, we are going to relook those protocols, and again, like we did last time, make sure that we make it a little easier. But from moving forward, I would just like to take baby steps as the weather changes, the time goes by. I just want to make sure that, for now, that we remove anything that would hold the promoter or our local promoters who sometimes struggle for funds, to make it easier for them to be able to do events. But with those other COVID protocols, yeah, our intentions are to revisit and remove as time goes on.
Thank you, Mr. Estrada.
Commissioner Pennington,
Thank you.
this is Kelly Wagner. Are you requesting that the COVID protocol be an action item on the June agenda and potentially as a continuing agenda item moving forward?
That would be great.
You took the words right out of our mouths, Kelly. Yeah, I agree too, Commissioner. As we hopefully back our way away from the protocol slowly, I think every month we need to at least chat about it and make sure we're all on the same page. So I think it should be, Mr. Estrada, if you would, make it a monthly event that we at the very least, touch the stone and make sure we're where we want to be, because it's a moving target, obviously.
Noted, Mr. Chairman. We'll make sure that it's on future agendas and we revisit each month until we feel comfortable, or the time being that we feel comfortable removing the protocols completely.
Perfect. Thank you. And thank you, Ms. Wagner. I appreciate the thought. Any other thoughts, Commissioners?
It's just regarding Ms. Wagner. That's why we pay her the big bucks, to keep us all straight.
That's it. That's it. She's earning her keep.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, let's head towards F, the announcement that the next regularly scheduled commission meeting will be at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, June 9th, 2021, and it's subject to change based on a quorum. So stay tuned for that. June 9th will be an important meeting, being just a few days prior to our UFC event as well. I would assume we have some overage fighters on that card that we'll have to deal with as well. So that is well timed. And item G is adjournment. Is there a motion for such?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adjourn the meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you all for your time. Good things are afoot, and I look forward to June 9th and them getting that backhoe out of my backyard too. Thanks, everybody. You guys take care.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Have a great week.
You too. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.